Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Really set myself up for something a little bit dangerous. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit dangerous. Oh, hello. Are you from the Philippines?
Yes, correct.
Of course, I come up to Aer Lingus and there's Filipinos at the counter. Yes.
Daniel Marsh, you need to go here.
You know Daniel. Yeah, that's right. He just told me that he's Elvin's cousin. We're all related in some way. We all know each other. So huge shout out to Elvin. I'm gonna... Such a great start to this trip.
Honey bunny, why are you walking away? Baby, lost your tongue somewhere, don't know what to say.
So, I know I've been kind of lagging on social media. In the last couple weeks, I've gotten a lot of comments of people being like, where have you been? You haven't posted in a while. It does not mean the work has been suffering. I've just been kind of busy attending to some interesting other business ventures. Just because the social media stops doesn't mean the work stops. The work is 24/7. As a social media influencer, you're not only building your own brand, building your own business, you're kind of building an empire in a way. So in the last couple weeks, I've actually been consulting for a couple companies. One company I was consulting a little bit for influencer campaigns and kind of like how to run it, how to find the right influencers, how to vet the right influencers, what kind of package deal goes with that. What does a successful influencer campaign look like? Influencer marketing is growing exponentially, so companies are like thirsty to find influencers as their new marketeers, a new marketing program. Another thing I've been doing in the past couple weeks is consulting for a kind of PR agency that works with brands. I helped them write kind of like a state of influence report over the travel influencer world. So lots of cool things happening, lots of really interesting opportunities. Essentially what I've been doing is like freelancing, though I did not charge these companies for consulting. I didn't charge them anything because I think it's fun to work with companies and just kind of build a relationship and see how you can work together, and also sparks new conversations, and it gets me away from like this kind of like isolated, solitary world of just me and my computer. So it's been really good for me the last couple weeks. So what's going on with me right now at this moment while I'm at the airport? Again, back at home, back at the airport, you already know, second home. I am heading to Scotland. This is a new kind of campaign for me. I'm going to be creating content for the Dewar's Scotch Distillery in Scotland. Now, here's the thing. I was kind of unsure about doing an alcohol brand because, you know I love beer, of course, but I don't know if I would want to work alcohol into like the brand marketing, I guess you could say. After doing a bunch of research about Scotland, I found that one of the largest tourist tours that you can do in Scotland is distillery tours. I have never drank, I mean, I've probably tried Scotch, I just don't really know what it tastes like, and I've never really acquired the taste for hard alcohol. That's a lie. I love mezcal. That's about the only hard alcohol that I can sip on and enjoy the taste. But everything else, it just tastes like rubbing out. Too fiery and whatever. So because distillery tours are a part of traveling around Scotland, I decided, yes, this is gonna be a brand new thing for me. I have been to Edinburgh once. I decided to kind of take this opportunity to go to Scotland 8 days before the job starts. The only thing I have booked right now is a car. I rented a car. I'm going to be driving all over Scotland for 8 days on the left side of the road with the driver wheel on the right side. I'm kind of freaking out about that because I've never done it before. I'm supposed to get to the airport, get my car, and drive straight into the city center of Edinburgh, where I'm sure it's probably going to be crazy driving around the city center. So wish me luck, wish me luck, wish me luck. I'm just like putting myself out there to stress myself out. Good job, Haley. Doing a great job already. But you know, you gotta put yourself out outside of your comfort zone, and like maybe, you know, the danger is just gonna be like a high risk, high reward thing. Let's see how it goes. By the way, if you guys have any tips about where to go in Scotland, how to do a road trip, please comment below. As long as I have service, I'm gonna be okay. This is really just gonna be like a night by night thing. It's gonna kind of get a little hectic for me. Talk myself through things. We can do it, we can do it. Just arrived in Dublin, hour-and-a-half layover here. Haven't really slept. I'm all right. I've gotta say, the number one most annoying thing about traveling alone is that when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to bring everything in the stall with me. Can't just have someone watch it. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. It's raining. I haven't slept at all. Do I look like it? And I'm driving on the opposite side. Driving on the right side with the wheel, but the left side of the road and all of these turns. I'm like really set myself up for something a little bit dangerous. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit dangerous. I'm by myself, trying to drive to the city center of Edinburgh in the rain. I'm just gonna drive really slow. I wish there were like tips on how to drive on the opposite side of the road, but there was really not. It's just basically don't f the car up. We're good, we're good, I'm good, we're good, everything's good. I'm cold, it's okay. Most important thing is I have a phone, so if anything happens, I'm not stuck without like, you know, Wi-Fi or without service or anything. This is the most important thing is I don't have one of those pocket Wi-Fi things anymore. I just pay for the $10 a day with AT&T because I need all of the service I can get. So let's find the place we're going. I'm driving on that side of the road. It's like learning how to drive all over again. Okay, so I just did my first tour in Edinburgh, driving on the opposite side of the road, and it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I think I got it. The only problem is I don't have a phone mount, so like I have to hold my Waze in my hand, and as long as I'm like following the cars in front of me, I'm good. So I'm staying in the city center. I got an Airbnb super last minute, like last night before I left. I haven't slept, and I feel fine, which is like weird. By the way, this is what I'm looking at right now. The city center of Edinburgh. Staying Montgomery Street, you can see the street sign. Nothing is open, see? Everything is closed except that one. That's a kebab shop right there. Gotta make it. There's a lot of room in here. This could fold out to another bed. Why is this window open? There we go. Okay, so it's raining. What should I do? I feel like I'm going to need a lot of extra blankets because I'm already cold. I just checked more of this place out. I'm currently eating Rice Krispie cereal right now. Let me show you how awesome this Airbnb is. There are 2 other rooms that still have keys in them, so I think that maybe they haven't been occupied yet or those people have not checked in. No one actually lives here. I think this person who owns this flat just rents all the rooms out kind of like a hostel, but it's on Airbnb. I have an enormous Victorian room to myself. Let's go to the kitchen. So this guy Danny who runs his Airbnb has everything laid out in like this hostel fashion where he's got breakfast cereal available, tea, coffee, oatmeal, sugar, toast for the morning, fruit, bananas and kiwi, olive oil, some eggs. I went into the fridge here. He's got signs all over the place. Help yourself, coconut almond butter, milk, and then he's even got almond milk for the people who don't drink milk. This guy's a rock star. He is a super host on Airbnb, which means that you've just continually got amazing reviews and you know exactly what you're doing. This place is awesome. This is where I'm going to be living for just one night in Edinburgh, unfortunately. I you guys are Airbnb users, but I love Airbnb. I love a good hotel though because I like not having to clean up after myself. But when I'm traveling alone and not for work, it's nice to stay in an Airbnb. So I've never looked into doing one of those tours on Airbnb, and I'm looking into them now, and they sound really exciting. What I love about it is they're like super hosts who have kind of created their whole personal business around being Airbnb hosts, and a lot of them have degrees in hospitality, or like some of them are chefs, some of them are historians. And by the way, this is not an ad for Airbnb. I'm just talking about my experiences right now. Traveling alone, kind of figuring out what I want to do. So I just booked myself for a photography photo shoot here in Edinburgh. I also signed up for like this unique perspectives of Edinburgh tour with this couple who are gonna walk me around all the cafes and interesting like hidden gems of Edinburgh that you wouldn't normally see, or that are not on the list of like touristy sites. Tomorrow is going to be quite the day. I'm even more excited now to be in Edinburgh now that I've checked out all of these tours that I could just book through Airbnb, because a lot of these tours are perfect for solo travelers, especially this photography tour. That's awesome that they actually have a lot of them in Edinburgh. Anyway, I'm not placing an ad for Airbnb, I'm just saying that this was a really great resource for solo travelers. So it's time to just go to sleep, and I'm gonna try and sleep for like 12 hours so I can wake up really early and get the day started. Okay, everyone, good night, see you later. Also, if you have any recommendations in Scotland, I will be road tripping around Scotland for the next 8 days, and then I'm going to Aberthalty, the Doors Distillery place, to meet up with Daniel to do some fun stuff there, and then we're gonna go to Ireland, and then so we have a whole trip together, and it's gonna be great. And I know I talked about this all, so anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.